The richest country on earth doesn't even crack the top 5. But a nation that abolished its military 76 years ago just outranked the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, and Japan. Meanwhile, a country where the average income is $14,000 a year leapt 15 places in a single year to join the world's elite. These are the top 10 happiest countries in the world according to the 2025 World Happiness Report. And the data will challenge everything you think you know about what makes life worth living. Number 10. Mexico. And this is where the data gets interesting. Mexico's GDP per capita is roughly $14,000. That's 1/5 of Luxembourg's, 1/6 of Norway's. Yet Mexican citizens report nearly identical life satisfaction to Americans earning 5 times more. So what's going on? The World Happiness Report found something remarkable about household size. Families of 4 to 5 people hit the happiness sweet spot globally, and Mexico's average household lands right in that range. Only 11% of Mexican homes have a single person living in them. In Scandinavia, that number is over 40%. The Mexicans have a word for it: convivencia, the art of living together. 45% of Mexicans say family is their number one source of happiness. Not career, not money, family. And the data backs them up. Mexico jumped 15 places in a single year to crack the top 10 for the first time in history. It turns out the most expensive happiness program in the world is free. It's called Dinner with Your Family. Number 9. Luxembourg. If money could buy happiness, Luxembourg would be number 1 on this list. It's the richest country on earth with a GDP per capita of $146,000. The highest minimum wage in the European Union at over 2,600 euros per month. And yet, it's only 9th, not even top 5. Here's what makes Luxembourg genuinely unique though. Nearly half its population, 47%, are foreign nationals. 170 nationalities packed into a country smaller than Rhode Island. They operate in 3 official languages daily: Luxembourgish, French, and German. The result is a country that functions as a daily exercise in cross-cultural coexistence. But Luxembourg's position is the single most powerful data point in this entire video. 10 times Mexico's GDP, only 2 spots higher in happiness. That gap between the richest country and the entry just below it tells you everything about the limits of wealth. Number 8. Israel. And this one will surprise you. Israel ranks 8th happiest during active wartime. Tourism is down 71%. Tens of thousands of citizens have been displaced. Air raid sirens are a regular part of daily life. Yet when researchers measured the quality of social connections, Israel didn't just score well. It ranked number 1 in the entire world. Young Israelis report the highest quality social bonds of any nation on earth. The Israelis have a concept called davka, doing something precisely because it's difficult. Adversity doesn't break social bonds in Israel. It forges them. Mandatory military service creates lifelong networks. Shared threat creates shared purpose. And the data shows it. Israel dropped from 5th to 8th this year. But the fact that it's in the top 10 at all during one of the most difficult periods in its modern history tells you something profound about what really drives happiness. It's not comfort, it's connection. Number 7. Norway. Norway is sitting on $2 trillion. Its sovereign wealth fund, built from decades of North Sea oil, is worth roughly $340,000 per citizen, man, woman, and child. But here's the paradox. They barely spend it. Norway has a strict fiscal rule. Only 3% of the fund can go to the annual budget. The rest just grows. And somehow, Norwegians are among the happiest people on earth. Not because they spend their wealth, because they know it's there. Financial psychologists call it the security effect. It's not the money that makes you happy. It's knowing you won't fall. But there's a deeper story. Norwegians have a word for luftsliv, open-air living. 90% of Norwegians say they actively practice it. Hiking, skiing, camping, not as vacation, but as a way of life. Henrik Ibsen coined the term in the 1850s. And today, friluftsliv is more popular than all organized sports in Norway combined. $2 trillion in the bank. And the thing that makes them happiest costs nothing. Number 6. Costa Rica. In 1949, President Jose Figueres did something no leader had done before. He dissolved Costa Rica's entire military. He literally handed the keys of the army's headquarters to a school. 76 years later, every dollar that would have gone to defense goes to education and healthcare instead. The result? 98% literacy rate, 98% healthcare coverage, and a life expectancy of 81.2 years. That's almost 4 years longer than the United States, a country with more than 4 times the GDP per capita. Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula is one of just 5 blue zones on Earth, places where people routinely live past 100. The Costa Ricans call their philosophy pura vida, pure life. It's not just a greeting. It's a constitutional level value, and the numbers prove it works. Costa Rica jumped from 13th to 6th in a single year. A country with $18,000 in average income is now happier than every English-speaking nation on the planet. That's not an anomaly. That's a policy choice. Before we continue, here's how this is actually measured. The World Happiness Report uses something called the Cantrell ladder. Researchers ask people in over 140 countries to imagine a ladder from 0 to 10. 10 is the best possible life. 0 is the worst. Where do you stand? That single question, averaged over 3 years, produces these rankings. It doesn't measure smiling or laughing. It measures life satisfaction. And that distinction is going to matter a lot when we reach number 1. Number 5. The Netherlands. The Dutch work the fewest hours of any developed nation, 30.5 hours per week on average. In 2025, the 4-day workweek became standard across large parts of the economy. 44% of Dutch workers are part-time, the highest rate in Europe. And unlike most countries, part-time work in the Netherlands isn't stigmatized. It's protected by law. Same benefits, same career paths, just fewer hours. The result? UNICEF ranked Dutch children the happiest children in the world. 93% of Dutch kids say they're satisfied with their lives. The Dutch have a concept called gezelligheid, a warmth and coziness that specifically requires other people. It's not hygge. Hygge can be solo. Gezelligheid is collective. It's happiness as a team sport. And it starts at home. When parents work 30 hours instead of 50, they're actually there for dinner. They're at the school play. They're present. The Netherlands proves something radical. You can work less, earn well, and raise the happiest children on the planet, all at the same time. Number 4. Sweden. And this is the most honest entry on this list, because Sweden's overall happiness score hides a dramatic split. For adults over 60, Sweden ranks 4th in the world. But for people under 30, it drops to 18th. Young Swedes report twice the loneliness, 3 times the depression, and 7 times the anxiety of their grandparents. This is the dark side of even the best systems. Sweden was the first country to introduce shared parental leave back in 1974. Parents split 480 days per child. 3 months are reserved specifically for fathers. Use it or lose it. The cultural philosophy is lagom, just the right amount. Not too much, not too little. And fika, the sacred coffee break where workplace hierarchies dissolve and conversation is the entire point. For the generation that built these systems, they work beautifully. But for the generation raised on smartphones and social media, even Swedish-level social infrastructure can't fully compete with digital isolation. Sweden's message is nuanced. You can build the best system in the world and still face new challenges. Number 3. Iceland. 389,000 people, fewer than most mid-sized cities, and yet the 3rd happiest nation on Earth. But this wasn't always the case. In 2008, Iceland's entire banking system collapsed. All 3 major banks failed within a single week. The country's stock market dropped 95%. Iceland fell to 18th in the happiness rankings. Then something remarkable happened. They rebuilt, not by bailing out banks, but by prosecuting bankers. Iceland was the only Western nation to imprison financial executives after the crash. And from that low point, Iceland climbed 9.1% on the happiness scale, from 18th to 3rd. Today, Iceland holds the number 1 ranking for gender equality for the 15th consecutive year. It offers 12 months of shared parental leave regardless of marital status or sexual orientation. And the cultural philosophy is theta redist. It will all work out. Coming from a volcanic island that could erupt at any moment, that's not naive optimism. It's earned resilience. Number 2. Denmark. Danes pay up to 57% income tax, the highest in the entire OECD, and they consistently rank among the 2 or 3 happiest populations on Earth. The obvious question: how can the highest taxed people be the happiest? The answer is one word: trust. Danes trust that their taxes fund the right things. Free healthcare, free education through university, 14 months of paid parental leave. And the result is that only 2% of Danish workers put in what the OECD calls very long hours. The average is 11% globally. But the deeper genius is Denmark's flexicurity system. Employers can fire workers easily. There's almost no red tape. But workers receive up to 90% of their salary for 2 years while they find new work. Easy to lose your job. Impossible to lose your life. The fear of unemployment, which drives anxiety across most of the developed world, simply doesn't exist here. And then there's hygge, the famous Danish art of cozy contentment. But hygge isn't the cause of Danish happiness. It's the symptom. When you don't fear the future, you can finally enjoy the present. Number 1. Finland. For the 8th consecutive year. And here's what makes this so fascinating. Finns don't smile at strangers. They don't do small talk. There's a national joke that says a Finnish extrovert looks at your shoes instead of their own. Finland has long, dark winters, just 6 hours of daylight in December. Historically, it had one of Europe's highest rates of seasonal depression. And yet, 8 straight years at number 1. The reason goes back to what the pattern break explained. The World Happiness Report doesn't measure cheerfulness. It measures life satisfaction. And Finland has systematically eliminated every major source of life dissatisfaction. Education is free through university. There are no tuition fees, no student debt, and shorter school hours than almost anywhere in the developed world. Healthcare is universal. Housing is affordable. Corruption is virtually non-existent. Finland consistently ranks among the least corrupt nations on Earth. The Finnish concept is sisu, untranslatable, but roughly, silent grit. The strength to endure. Finland's happiness isn't about feeling joy every day. It's about the complete absence of existential worry. No fear of medical bankruptcy. No fear of educational debt. No fear that the system is rigged against you. And with a GDP per capita of $53,000, less than Luxembourg, Norway, Iceland, or the Netherlands, Finland proves the thesis of this entire video. You don't need to be the richest to be the happiest. You just need to trust that the ground beneath you won't disappear. That is Finland's gift to the world. Happiness is not a feeling. It is a foundation. Which country's happiness secret surprised you the most? Was it Mexico's family-first culture outperforming the world's richest nations? Or Finland proving that happiness has nothing to do with smiling? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe to World Ranked, new data-driven rankings every week. The World Happiness Report measured 143 countries in 2025, and the pattern is clear. The happiest nations aren't the richest. They're the ones that invested in trust, connection, and systems that catch people when they fall. Luxembourg has 10 times Mexico's wealth and is only 2 spots happier. Costa Rica abolished its army and outlives America. Finland doesn't even smile and has been number 1 for 8 straight years. Money can't buy happiness, but the right choices can build it.